Hey girl, how are
Hey
you?
girl, I'm good. You?
Girl, I'm fine. You know what? I'm so thirsty. So, what were you talking about?
What?
Why are you looking at me like that?
What's that?
What?
That.
It's a water in a bottle.
Is that a Stanley? What bottle is that?
It's Hershey. I got it for $1.99 at TK Maxx, and it's 1 liter, almost a liter.
$1.99.
Huh?
£1.99.
Girl,
Huh? You're so poor. Everyone is using a Stanley now.
Water is water. Like, huh?
What? No.
Okay,
Everyone's
but
using a Stanley. What the hell is Hershey? Hershey?
Okay.
Who uses that?
Calm down. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joel and hi, welcome to my channel. If you're not subscribed, kindly subscribe to my channel, like this video, and please share this video. If you do these things, this is how YouTube will know that you're interested in my videos and it will push my video out there. And I'll truly want to know what you guys think about this video. So if you would love to add to my commentary, please do that down below, and honestly it means a lot to me. So guys, today we're actually going to talk about something. Things are just happening. Things always happen every single week. There's always something going on, and you know what, I'm gonna come and talk about it because I mean that's what makes us who we are. So honestly, what is going on is so baffling. This is literally the highest level of consumerism that I've actually witnessed or that I've actually been aware of, and it is so scary. Rarely does a product with a straightforward purpose connect so deeply with the consumers and also gather a devoted following. It's even more unusual when that product comes from a brand with a history that has been around for over a century. Yet, the Stanley's 1913 Quenchers has defied these odds. The Stanley Cup, it has been traced back to the 19th century, and it is a coveted trophy that is synonymous with the greatness of hockey.
This is what it's all about. 26 teams began the season with visions of capturing the NHL's ultimate prize, but only one will ascend to hockey's summit. This is the cause of profound despair and extreme euphoria. This is the Stanley Cup, awarded to the greatest team in the coolest game on Earth.
A Stanley actually refers to a fashionable reusable water bottle from the 111-year-old Stanley brand. Initially, Stanley was once marketed to blue-collar workers, and it was also marketed to campers.
Latin Stanley Thermos. Stanley, the tough, all-steel thermos bottle that's completely dependable and built to take a pounding year after year. Get the top one, because a thermos bottle means more to you than a picnic. It's some kind of tough thermos bottle.
So this shift from being previously marketed to mostly men towards a broader audience has actually led to the staggering revenue increase from 73 million in 2019 to 750 million in 2023. Despite practical limitations on daily water intake, the appeal of Stanley's, especially the 40-ounce Quencher, is undeniable. Beyond functionality, they symbolized health, prosperity, and satisfaction. Big, stylish stainless steel water bottles like the Stanleys, they aren't a new concept. They've been brands like Hydro Flask, Schwells, and Coxicles, and these brands have been popular for years. The Stanley website actually categorizes its bottles into Quenchers, ice flows, and water bottles. Quenchers, they are literally the flagship bottle, and they come with built-in straws and handles, while the ice flows, they are designed for cold drinks with a flip lid. Stanley, they claim that their $45 Quenchers can actually keep drinks hot for 7 hours, keeps drinks cold for 11 hours, and can reserve ice for up to 2 days. And obviously, marketing something like this actually makes it more appealing to almost everybody. The viral success of Stanley's tumblers, including one surviving a car fire, brought attention to the brand, especially after the CEO, the president of the Stanley brand, had addressed the woman. So basically, her car caught fire and her Stanley Cup, was in the car and there was ice in it and everything was still intact. So the president of the Stanley brand actually reached out to her, offered to give her another bottle of Stanley and also replace her car.
Everybody's so concerned about if the Stanley spills, but what about the melts? It was in a fire yesterday. It still has ice in it.
So obviously this brought immense attention to the brand, the Stanley brand. So despite being introduced in 2013, the cup only recently gained widespread popularity. The first people that actually made this brand to gain widespread popularity was a group of women who are also the founders of the Buy Guide. They actually played a very crucial role in making the Quencher a hit. So they posted about the Quencher, they posted about its features, and they also encouraged followers to grab one before potential discontinuation. And that's because the Stanley brand, they were thinking of discontinuing this brand because they didn't think people were going to buy. So these women, they reached out to the Stanley brand, and when they reached out to the Stanley brand, nothing really came up of it. And the Stanleys then, they were like, this brand has been around for over 100 years, so they were not that keen on using influencers to market their product. Stanley's pivot to target women is very evident on its Instagram, and it has showcased drinkware in various colors and styles. This is not what used to be before. They had like just blue, black and gray, and they were mostly targeted towards men. You see, what men can do, women can do better. Historically targeting workmen and outdoor enthusiasts like campmen, the brand shift to a broader customer base, basically women, actually contributes to its current popularity. So the Buy Guide founders, they are the early fans of the Stanley Quenchers, and like I said earlier, they played a very key role in the resurgence of this brand. They were facing discontinuation because honestly they were not getting as much customers, and these women, they were like, no, this brand is going. So they decided to share their love for the product, and they reached out to Stanley, and Stanley, like I said earlier, they were not really interested in influencer partnerships. So they told these women, they were like, see, you guys should just buy wholesale, and wholesale price is 10,000 cups. So these women, this is what I call faith. They bought 10,000 cups and they quickly rented a warehouse. They were not sure if this cup was going to sell out. So they bought the cup, and in the first 4 days, this cup sold 5,000. And then the next day or the day after, the remaining 5,000 sold out within a day. This actually made a very successful collaboration and highlighted the powers of influencers in product promotion. And I also hope these women are actually getting some sort of royalties or commission every month, because they're the ones that started this craze. So there's this person, she runs a podcast that is called Gee Thanks, Just Bought It, and her name is Caroline Moss. So she reviewed the product and she was like, they may not be super practical, but they sure look good. Ultimately, that's what trends boil down to. Is it somewhat useful and does it look good? She did not lie, but I think Stanley's, they're actually very good products, especially if they can stand being burnt. The whole car went down in flames except her cup, and the ice was still in there. So I think the brand is actually a very good brand, but I don't think that's why people are buying it. People are buying it because they just want to show off. I'm just being honest. Try if you buy more than what you actually do need. You're buying it to show off that you have Stanleys, which is a very disgusting behavior. The perfect mix of how Stanley look, influencers talking about them, and their status as a cool bottle just happened in the middle of 2023 with the water talk trend. So basically, water talk is about adding tasty sugar-free powder to water, and this actually got really popular on TikTok. Stanleys, they actually became a top pick because they look great. They look really, really great. And they are great at also making flavored drinks. Tonya Spangler, she's a big name in this water talk community. And she said that the tumbler's look matters a lot, especially for influencers like her. So the viral success of water talk actually played a big role in making Stanley super popular. Another thing I want to say, like, the story of this Stanleys just shows that you should never give up. And when it is your time, it is your time. Like, it just shows that when once it's your time, like, everything will work out for you. Like, everything will coincidentally work out for you. That's, guys, I'm already preaching, but that is just what I can take from this story. What makes Stanley different is that it focuses on how things look. They release special editions, they release seasonal editions, and they also team up with others like Starbucks Valentine's Day edition. This makes Quencher special and collectible. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually a very great idea. The limited Stanleys have also created a big market where people buy and sell them again. Basically, people resell what they have actually bought. So videos from Target actually shows people lining up super early for special Stanleys, and also they are on platforms like StockX. The prices have gone way up. For example, the 40-ounce pink Stanley and Starbucks Target exclusive Quencher that was originally £50 dollars, $49.99 is now reselling for $240 on StockX. And I'm like, is everything okay? So Stanley, obviously they're not part of these sales, they're not part of this resale, but they're actually benefiting from being a very popular brand, and people paying a lot for these special Stanleys actually just shows how well Stanley has actually made itself famous. The craze for collecting Stanleys actually raises a puzzling question. If the recommended daily water intake is around 72 ounces, why do people want thousands of ounces of Stanleys? Even though these designer water bottles are marketed to reduce single-use plastic and promote conservation, excessive buying might negate those supposed benefits. For Stanleys to truly help the environment, people must reuse them. While this might seem obvious, creating a bottle like a Stanley's has environmental and material costs. Of course, these bottles, they look appealing, and despite the visual appeal of color-coordinated Stanleys on shelves, they aren't eco-friendly if not reused consistently. While it's great that people are here advocating for reusables, overconsumption is also a problem. People are forgetting that part. People are just mostly focusing on reusables. What of overconsumption? The best environmental choice is to reuse what you already have or buy only what you need. I don't see why people are going to buy 100 Stanleys. I don't get it. However, Stanleys, they seem more focused on selling as many Quenchers as possible than on promoting responsible consumption. Limited edition drops, collector videos on TikToks, and water talk influencers endorses multiple Stanleys contributes to the brand's 750 million revenue. So, do you think they're going to speak about overconsumption? Because they're actually growing as a brand. What's subtly being sold is actually the idea that owning a Stanley's actually signifies health and hydration as a status symbol. But girl, you can drink water off a Hershey's. I got this last year at TK Maxx for, I thought it was $2.99 or $1.99. I actually got it for $9.99. I remember I got it for $9.99. I got this for $9.99, and it keeps my water as cold as whatever. But then again, it had a problem with closing. But it still does the job, but maybe not as Stanley, but it actually still does the job. It's insulated, it's large, it's almost 1 liter, and yeah, it does the job. I'm not gonna lie. So honestly, it's still water. As a result of the craze for these brands, I'm going to tell you guys the weird things that's happened. First of all, a woman, she got in trouble for trying to steal $2,500 worth of Stanley Cups from a store in California. So basically, staff actually noticed that this woman, she was wheeling a cart full of water bottles into her car, and when they confronted her, she refused to pay and she attempted to move away. So the staff, they actually did call police, and police, they came, they stopped her, she tried to leave. And when they stopped her car, they actually found 65 stolen Stanley Cups in her car.
The craze for Stanley stainless steel drinking cups reached new levels last week when a woman accused of stealing 65 of them from a Northern California store. The price tag? Almost $2,500. Store employees say a woman loaded up her shopping cart with cups and left the store without paying for them. Police eventually did catch up with the woman and took her into custody. Stanley Cups have become highly sought after in recent months, thanks in part to the popularity on social media.
The police, they actually warned against resorting to crime for the sake of getting popular Stanley Quenchers. And they said, yeah, these cups are trendy, but they're not worth breaking the law for. Which I don't think you need a police to tell you that. Is that not common sense? And this girl, she's 23. She's a Gen Z. I'm like, Gen Z, you guys sometimes get on my nerves. Like, you people should learn how to separate reality from social media. Do you think the police is going to stand by you or stand with you for stealing a trendy cup? Like, a crime is a crime. Also, in a recent video, a man also tried to jump over a Starbucks counter to steal a hot pink limited edition Stanley Cup. And of course, like, people were there to get the same cup, and when they saw this man jumping over to steal the cup, other shoppers, they stopped by and they were like, stop him. So they intervened and they stopped him. So I think they collected the cup from him. I don't know if there was anything that was later done to the man.
Hey, and you're behind me. Who was there first?
You're a loser.
Stupid. Get him! Stop him! Yeah, stop him! I didn't touch him. Stop him! Stop her! Somebody, she tried to grab my back. Whoa! They just tried to grab it. Look at them. They're trying to steal. You guys, this is insane.
Thirdly, this is one that actually really breaks my heart. A woman, a mom, she came on TikTok and she shared a video of her 9-year-old daughter. Her 9-year-old daughter was being bullied because she did not bring a Stanley Cup. The mom, she came on TikTok and she was talking. She was like, she had bought a cheaper version of the Stanley Cup from Walmart, and the cup actually cost $9.98. First of all, her daughter saw the cup and her daughter actually did like the cup. Unfortunately, when this girl went to school, some girls in her school actually did tease her and they made fun of her because she had a fake Stanley Cup. And the mom said my daughter was not sad or she was not angry. One of them, she was just upset. So the mom, she emphasized the importance of kindness regardless of the cup's brand, because now her daughter, she was like, I need a Stanley Cup because I need to actually fit in with my classmates. In reality, the daughter does not need that. It's a want, but obviously the mom had to get it for the daughter because she didn't want her daughter. It's heartbreaking to know that your child is being bullied.
I don't post a lot of controversial content on my page. I usually like to keep things pretty fun, pretty lighthearted. I do a lot of voiceover content. With that being said, I'm gonna keep this pretty short and sweet. This is the cup that we got our daughter for Christmas. This is not a Stanley. This is a $9.98 Walmart cup that she said she thought was cute. She is 9 years old. On the second day back to school after Christmas break, she comes home. She's not crying, she's just upset. The girls, all the other girls in her grade, I'm not saying all, maybe she said 9, 10 of them, all got Stanleys for Christmas. And they made sure to let her know that this is not a real Stanley, that this is fake and it's not as cool. So she comes home, she's upset. She asks if she can have a real Stanley. Do I think that a 9-year-old needs a Stanley? No. Do I have one? Yes, I have one. I don't have 50 Stanleys in all different colors. I'm not going to Target and fighting other women or moms to try and get the new Valentine's Day Stanley. I have one. So that being said, before you come at me, if you're a mom, if you're a parent, and you can do something to keep your child from getting made fun of, to help fit in, you're gonna do it. So we went and bought her a 30-ounce Stanley. In our area, at our local Ace Hardware, these are $35. Can we afford to buy her a Stanley? Yes. Did I think that she needed one? No. Apparently I've been proven wrong by the children in our school that are making fun of her for not having a real name brand Stanley. But this doesn't start with the kids. This starts with us. This starts with parents, with moms. What are we teaching our kids? You better believe that if our 9-year-old daughter came home and somehow we found out that she made fun of another girl at school for not having something name brand, whether it's a Stanley, Lululemon, Uggs, I don't care what it is, we would be calling the family. We would be making her write a note to apologize. We would make her apologize in person, because that's not what we do in this household. And that's what we need to be teaching our kids. It does not matter. It's great. If you want to have name brand things and you can afford name brand nice things, that's great. We are fortunate enough that we can afford name brand things. But once again, we're trying to teach our kids that they don't necessarily need that. Things are earned. You have to work for things in your life. Not everything is just going to be handed to you. But do I also not want to see my daughter being left out or made fun of because she doesn't have the name brand things? That's how I grew up. No disrespect to my parents, but we didn't have those things. I was made fun of. I remember the first time that my mom found me a limited 2 bathing suit at Goodwill, and I felt so good to have that name brand clothing. I know now as an adult that that shouldn't have meant something, but it did, because it made me feel like I fit in. Even though we are trying to teach our kids to be unique and to be themselves, and I'm all for that. I am not going to, if my daughter asks for something to help fit in with the kids at school and she feels cool and it's something that she really wants and I can do that for her, I'm going to. But we have got to teach our kids to not make other kids feel inferior for not having the things that they have. That's it. That's where it starts, and it starts with us as parents. End rant.
People wanting more and more things is known as consumerism. Consumerism is literally a big deal in today's world. This strong desire to own stuff actually causes many problems for both the society and the environment. I'm not going to come here and sit down and act like I not also contribute to consumerism. I actually do, but like it used to be so worse like before 2022. Like honestly, you guys, I would literally sit down and just, I think I was on the phone with my friend. We were on the phone for like over 4 hours, and what do? We're ordering fast fashion clothes, like literally. And when I was moving from where I was and I was packing my things, I saw that I had a lot of clothes that I actually did not even need. So I had to take some of those clothes to charity and dispose of the rest, because they actually, like after 1 or 2 washes, they were gone. Honestly, it's good to invest in quality over quantity, if that makes sense. So one major issue with consumerism is that people are always wanting to get new things, and people should know that wanting to get new things actually doesn't make you happier in the long run. So even though getting new things can make you feel good for a little while, the truth is it just doesn't last. People get stuck in this cycle, always wanting to get the next big thing. And if you think about it, it actually can lead to a kind of empty and unsatisfying life. The joy of having material things often takes away from deeper sources of happiness, like meaningful relationship and personal growth. On a bigger scale, consumerism actually makes social differences even worse. People feel pressure to keep up with certain lifestyles set by consumerism. If someone can't afford the latest trends or fancy items, they might feel like they do not measure up. This, by extension, creates a divide between those who have a lot and those who do not have. This also causes stress, it causes anxiety, and it causes problems in the society, as success is often measured by how much stuff people have. To me, success is measured by how much peace you have or how much peace you have in your life. And I'm not going to lie, I've been there. I've had all the money. I've not had all the money that I need, but like I've had a particular amount of money coming into my account every month that did not make me think about my bills, and I was sad inside. Honestly, that is not how success should be measured. I have been in a place where I've had little things, but I have been extremely happy. And to me, at that time, I was successful. But then I would love to have all the money that I need and still be happy. And still be happy and at peace with myself. And now that is the ultimate success. Oh my days, what am I saying, guys? I am so happy today. No reason. I am just so happy. And besides, I look fly. I look good. Like, can't you guys see? I look good. But guys, let's go on because it's getting dark. So the damage to the environment from consumerism is very, very clear. Making and throwing away tons of goods leads to pollution, using up resources, and climate change. You can buy 1,000,001 Stanleys. You can buy 1,000,001 Stanleys, but if you don't use them, you're also contributing to global warming. You're contributing to pollution. Honestly, you can agree to disagree, but I'd rather you not. That being said, things like fast fashion, disposable electronics, and single-use plastics show how we often just throw things away, filling up landfills and hurting our planet. The constant chase for new and better things keeps this cycle going, harming the environment that future generations are going to inherit. To fix the problem caused by consumerism, we actually need to think about what is really important. We need to be more aware and more careful about what we buy. We need to make responsible choices. Also, focusing on true well-being is very, very crucial. I'm talking to every one of you watching, even myself, including myself. Reconsidering our relationship with possessions and valuing meaningful experiences over having lots of stuff can also help create a balanced and sustainable way of life.
I literally don't understand the hype about Stanleys, and this is coming from a person who has one. I have one for me and one for my husband, and that's literally all I need. Like, I don't know, am I missing something? Like, is it a goal for everyone to collect as much color as you can? And what happens to the other cups that you have? Do they just, like, you know, retire on the shelf while you get a new one? Is it your goal to just collect as many Stanleys as possible? Like, these things are low-key expensive. It's a cup with a straw. Really? These people are literally almost risking their lives for a cup with a straw. See, this is why Black Friday wasn't a thing this year. This is why they started having them deals online from early on, because a savage just like this, it's a cup with a straw. It was never that serious.
Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this. Goddamn cat drinking milk out the bowl.
The Stanley's recent popularity actually prompts thinking about the impact of consumerism. While these water bottles are practical and look good, their cultural significance actually raises concern. Strange incidents like theft attempts and bullying also shows how people view Stanleys as more than just water bottles. This highlights the problems with consumerism, where possessions become symbol of identity and status. Consumerism's impact is seen in the growing divide between those who can afford luxury items and those who cannot afford these items. Also, the environmental cost of mass production contradicts the eco-friendly goal of reusable products like Stanley's. In my opinion, the Stanley craze calls for more thoughtful consumption. It encourages us to reflect on our desires and make responsible choices. I hope that this essay has promoted valuing experiences over things, suggesting that a fulfilling life comes from mindful and sustainable decisions. So guys, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you. I really appreciate. Please like this video, comment, subscribe. Let's reach 15,000 subscribers. And thank you guys so much. And you guys can see, like, I'm actually happy today. I'm like so relaxed. Oh, girl, I'm tired. Let me drink my water. Let me drink my water, cause child, every week something is always going on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm here for it, honestly. Like, this is crazy. Like, everybody's fighting over some Stanleys. Like, honestly, this is in my I don't even know this brand. Heshko. My Heshko bottle. Oh my days, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. Do you guys like ASMR? Cause I actually do not. I don't like ASMR. It's like someone whispering into your ears, which I hate it so much. Or someone chewing into your ears. Do you like mukbangs? I don't. Why am I watching you eat? Oh my days. Why am I looking at food in your mouth? Oh my days. This is so... Nah. I know people like it. I don't. When I think about it, I like, oh, not me. And also, I have to like go out and get a new MacBook charger because my charger has spoiled and I'm sad. But guys, that being said, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you guys stopping by this video. It really does mean the world to me. Until next time, if you're not subscribed, kindly subscribe to my channel, like this video. Until next time, bye.